Hey guys, how you doing? We're on here with Tech Tips to Go. So in today's video, I'm going to answer a lot of your questions. So if you're new to my channel, I have a free cryptocurrency well, it's not a cryptocurrency channel. I like to talk about like passive income. People always ask like how I built my net worth, what I do, business, etc. So we talk about like real estate. I like to talk about real estate, cryptocurrency, passive income, but majority of our group is based on cryptocurrency. Majority is altcoins. So we don't talk much about Bitcoin, but if you want to join the free group, join it. So I do this every couple of days because I got a ton of questions that, kind of going through like growing pains. And also with business, it's getting pretty busy. So I've been in and out of business meetings, etc. So I'm on the road a lot now. Now that like with the whole pandemic, things are starting to lift up, businesses are starting to open. We're getting a lot of calls. So I'm gonna hopefully continue the trend of making videos. It's just I get a lot of requests for like a ton of Vechain stuff, so I've been kind of delaying a lot of the Vechain, trying to catch up. So wanted to make this video for a lot of you guys who had questions, not just in here, but some questions that some of my group members have that are not like kind of online. All right, so some of the questions we're going to talk about is like exit strategy. I got this question, what's my exit strategy when we moon? All right, so Vechain, why did it pump? Or why did it dump, I should say. So where do I put my last 75,000? I'm like, 75. So this is not from someone online. This is like in my group members. Where should I put 75,000? That was a question I got in a WhatsApp chat. The WhatsApp chat was like 75,000. I'm like, didn't you just invest like 150K into something else? But anyways, that's the stuff I get. Smartest thing I hear from most of the people in our group. We'll get into that. Real estate. Comment was XRP is dead. Its chart is hideous. What's the next node? All right, so let's get into the first question here. So what's your exit strategy for when we moon? People, you know what? The main thing I'm going to tell you, and what I learned from my mistake, is keep an eye on the market and don't be too greedy. Okay, so it's not financial advice. I'm going to leave a disclaimer. Do your own research. Look at the past trends, okay? Do a good hour of research and look at the past trends. History is not going to repeat itself. It might be a little different. Before, there was a lot of altcoins, a lot of ICOs that went up and they're gone. Like thousands, like hundreds of them. People were just trying to create an ICO, create any ICO they can, try and get any kind of influencer, talk about it, shill it, and then it would dump. It would disappear. They'd make the money, they'd run. Right, so there was a lot of that stuff. You could write cryptocurrency on your head and you'd make a lot of money. Now we have smart investors. Retail investors have a bad taste in their mouth, so they're not in here anymore. And also we've got like the recession. We have COVID. We have riots. The world is a different place. So when you put all those things in factor, if you took all of those things away, Vechain or your other altcoins would kind of be in a different position, probably a lot higher. So what is your exit strategy? Take a look at the past markets. So you look at, for example, Ethereum. Ethereum like jumped 200,000%, right? Are we going to see that this bull run? I don't know. I don't think so. I don't think we're going to see like that big of a bull run, because back then in 2016, 2017, the economy was booming, right? There was nothing wrong with the economy. Like everyone had a lot of money. People had their jobs. So now we're different. Maybe we're delayed, like, people are thinking, the bull run will start like 2021. I think it's going to be pushed back further. And just really depends on some factors, economic, like, global factors like pandemic, etc., vaccine. So that's my take on it. And my exit strategy is when we start to moon, look at the charts. Look at the daily trending charts. Keep your eye on them. See and look at the volume. As long as there's volume and you're green, if you don't know basic technical analysis, take a course. I'm eventually going to build a course. I just don't have time. I'm going to build a free course just because I get a lot of FAQ and I don't want to keep repeating that. But just do basic technical analysis to look at the charts. Look at the Binance chart. Start with there. Look at TradingView. Add your plugins and look at the volume. Look at the bottom line of the volume, green and red, the closing, the opening, the wicks, the candles, like just that. And then you could see the volume of how it's going. Are we in a buying? Are we bearish? Are there more buyers? What are the walls like? There's so many and it's not going to take you long to learn that stuff, okay? But it's good to learn for your exit strategy, because you also want to know when you're going to exit, at what time, for me, let's say, for example, like Vechain, I'm going to exit my initial ROI plus 10% when it gets to, well, I don't know, because like my portfolio has changed quite a bit in the last 7 days. So if you're following me on Twitter, I made, I don't know, maybe 300-400. I don't know, I forgot what percentage, but it was a lot. I made some big changes. I got into a lot of altcoins where I didn't do much TA, but I just looked at like speculative stocks that, you know, had news coming out. If you've been listening to my videos, and that's all it was. Well, I did a little bit of TA, right, just to look at the volume to see where it was going, and I made the right positions, and I got rewarded. So, and usually I don't do that. I'm usually like a hodler and holder, but I had a couple of days off, like between meetings and on-site stuff, so I just decided, like, okay, what can I do? Like, let me like get out of my comfort zone. Let's say that. So, because if you guys are following my videos, I was just like bag and hold. But, you know, I had a couple of days where I can really look at charts, get out of my comfort zone, take a loan from the bank, not bank, my own bank, like my bank of Ethereum, which I hold a lot. Take a loan out of there, reposition, make some nice gains, rebuy back, right? So some people say, you know, like, why hodl when you could accumulate? And it's true, if you have time. If you have time, you could dedicate like 3 to 4 hours to look at many alts and see speculation news and charts. You'll do fine. Hopefully. Right, hopefully. So anyways, that's my exit strategy is like 10%, or return on investment plus 10%. Maybe if it gets to like 20, you know, 10, 15 cents, right? But it depends on your bag. Like if you have a small bag, I wouldn't care about 15 cents. Like if you have like a small bag and it went like up 100K, like you have $100,000 in invest. But if you're talking about like millions, like if you've got like 10, 15 million in Vechain and it went up like 5 cents, then yeah, I would probably take out your initial return on investment. Especially if you're like like when I got into Vechain, it was probably 0.007, and then I bought back at 0.00195. And my eyes were really on the market. And this is like when COVID happened, and all my customers were pretty much, you and your team cannot come in. Pretty much we're all like stay at home, doing work remotely. So I had a lot of time to look at charts, really monitor the dips. And then when Black Thursday, I was monitoring the market so much that when Black Thursday hit, I was awake and I was staring at Binance charts. Like I was just watching TV and just looking, you know, I just always have Binance charts, looking, seeing the volume. Oh, Bitcoin's dropping. Whoa, it dropped fast. All right, I know a dip is coming. I'm buying more Vechain because Vechain's gonna like tank, and it did. So I bought Ethereum, I bought Vechain. I didn't do anything with XRP. My position on XRP is non-existent. I don't own XRP anymore. Not to say, so this second last comment says, you know, XRP is dead, charts are hideous. It's not dead. They have partnerships. Just like I said, my position on XRP is just I wanted to make more gains, like faster gains. And if you look at like the altcoins that we're doing, like you could hodl and hold, but that just is not my strategy right now. So, and that's all I'm going to say is about XRP. I don't think XRP is dead. I think XRP has potential with the banks, but you know, it just might take longer. So, Vechain, why did it dump? You know, it's funny, like, the people who ask me this, like, no offense to, like, people who are asking me this, why did it dump? It's like, guys, we went from, like, 0.004 to a penny. And then, that's not even 20% dump. We're, like, minus 10, 12%, which is fine, which is normal. And when you're buying, like, don't buy in a, you know, while it's increasing. Wait for the pump to get over. Like if you see a coin that is slowly increasing, like if you're looking at like small cap, like 0.003 and it went to like 0.004, that's when you should have your alerts on and figure out, okay, maybe you should get in there. But once it's past like your penny, don't even bother. Like you could have got there in there like 0.003. So like I'm talking about like SyncFab. So if you got into like SyncFab a little early, like don't buy like at 2 pennies or 0.015. Just wait until it peaks and then wait for it to dip, because you're going to have like a retracement of 20%. The support level is going to be different. And then also, like, when you look at like those companies, those small altcoins, do your homework. Like, if you're coming from traditional stock market, do your homework. The main thing is like who's the management, and then the funding. Where are they getting their funding, right? Like, how's cash flow, and then who are their partners, and how much percentage of that market can they disrupt, and like competitors, right? Those are like the basics. That's it. And then if you want to talk about utility and use case, which I like to base my investments on, is, okay, how is this going to adapt to the real world? How, you know, if, like, we talk about this a lot, can you explain this to like a 6-year-old or to your grandmother, and would they invest? If they can't, then no. There's a lot of altcoins that I like that have great use cases. Okay, so this third one is, where did I put my last 75,000? What the F? Yeah, you know, I get that text. I'm like, what? I'm like, didn't you just buy like $150,000, $200,000 worth of other investments? But this is nothing to them. So they're asking, where did I put my last $75,000 into which altcoins, and when no, or what coins in general. But it's, I didn't even answer this, because then I have to have a conversation with them and say, well, what's your plan? Is it short? Is it long? Like, do you want to make like a quick 100x, 100%, 200%, 300%? How long are you going to hold? Or do you just want to own like you know, 7 Bitcoins just to say you have 7 Bitcoins, right? So I couldn't answer that, because these guys are on another level. But it's fun because I get to watch their portfolio, and then we celebrate a little bit. So the smartest thing I hear from most people in our group. So a lot of people in our group. So join our Telegram group. We've got a lot of cool cats in there. Talk about a lot of stuff. We talk about going to Vegas when we moon. So when we go to moon, no Gatorade, boys. No Gatorade on me. Okay? When we meet up in Vegas, there's no such thing. No splashing, no Gatorade, nothing. Right? I see Bob talking about that. Bob Ryan. No. Light skin. No. First round's on Alex. Right? We're not going cheap, Alex. So be prepared to pull out that bank. Yeah, they talk, you know, we talk about a lot of stuff, and I like what I hear, because people are saying the first thing they're going to buy, not no Lambos or anything, right? It's they're going to get into real estate, and that's probably like one of the things that I'm going to do as well. Like, if we moon, I'd probably reinvest into like a property like Thailand, Airbnb it. Like I mentioned, I got back from Thailand in like January, February. Beautiful country. The Airbnbs in Phuket. Like, have you ever been to Phuket? Phuket is awesome. Especially if you live in like a busy city. Like, if you live in New York, or you live in Boston, or live in Toronto, like those cities, like metropolitan cities, are very like hustle and bustle. We hustle, work our butts off. And then you go to Phuket. Phuket's just so chill. Like, awesome weather, especially if you're from New York or Toronto. Like, it's cold in Toronto in January. You fly over to Phuket. It's just awesome. Beautiful beaches. People are chill. Your money goes a long way. Like, you'll bring money and you'll be like, wow, I can't even like spend my money. I can never run out of money, because the stuff here is so cheap. And it's really cool. People are chill. Just different culture. It's awesome. So next question is, what is an Xnode? So an Xnode in Vechain is, it's hard to describe. It's like, you know what, take a look at my last video, and you have regular nodes, and then you have like X nodes. So you generate VThor gas and you get rewarded. It's kind of like staking. So if you, depending on how much VET you have, your percentage fluctuates. It's different. But if you buy an X node instead of upgrading and just getting a regular node, if you buy an X node, basically you get more rewards from a different pool. Your regular node will eventually diminish. Like, the pool of funds of VThor will diminish, and you won't get much VThor. So people are trying to get X nodes, those of like the viewers that have like, you know, 5 million or plus, like 5.6 million, because they get a bit better percentage of VThor rewards. And then also, if you look at my last video that I posted, you can buy and sell. So I picture it as like real estate, because some people just need the money. And then, like last night, someone sold a Thunder X node for 25,000, and usually they're going for like $2,500, $3,000, well, equivalent in Vechain and Vet. So they're buying them and they're selling them. So you can see like how many owners. But I managed to pick up one last night, and I got lucky. I saw it. I was in bed, and I saw it. I'm like, okay. I went down right away, and I snatched it up because I know I'm gonna generate. So I got like multiple nodes, X nodes, on different wallet addresses. So you just buy it, transfer your Vet, buy it on the market, and then generate VThor from there. Put it on the market and sell it if you want. But I would say like wait 3 to 3 years and then sell it, because might be like real estate, and then if Vechain moons, that Xnode might be worth a lot, or the passive income that it's generating. Like right now, like a Thunder Xnode you might depending on how much you have, you might get like 200 US to, or maybe like 170 US a month, which isn't bad because it's just sitting there. You could take those VThor out, trade it on OceanX for Bitcoin, and then buy your other altcoins. That's what someone in my group is doing. He generates a lot of VThor every month, but he just takes his rewards and just plays around with like different alts and puts it in, which is kind of cool. But I'm kind of like bagging and holding, and maybe I'll pull out every quarter, but it just depends. Like if I might hold it, because if the price increases more, then great. Then VThor, because the all-time high for VThor was just above a penny. So right now it's like 0.0005. So it's different. So anyways, yeah, Vechain, why did it dump? Like, I think you just have to be patient. It's normal for a dump. And right now, like, we're red. Like, Bitcoin is red. And everything, like, Vechain has like a 90% correlation with Bitcoin. But it also depends on, like, the news that's out there. Like, when Coinbase was out there, when Coinbase said, you know, here's the partners that we're looking to list, and Bitcoin was down, of course, Vechain was up. And I think Digibyte and some other altcoins. But Vechain was like the clear winner of being up there. Like, we're talking about like 12, 14, 15%. I remember that night, it was crazy. It was crazy because we had Vechain pumping, and then the week after we had Sharing pumping. Sharing. So if you're not familiar with Sharing, Sharing's a travel app. Not that many competitors, maybe like one potential competitor, but with the amount of like partnerships, investment firms, and everything that Sharing has, it's one to look at for sure. Anyways, let's get into some of the questions here. Shout out to Light Skin Brother. Shout out to Light Skin Brother. Guy made me laugh. It's too funny. So Franny says, can I use an external computer hard drive instead of a Nano Ledger S? So you can use Atomic Wallet for that Nano Ledger instead of a Nano Ledger S if you use Atomic Wallet. I'm going to do a video on Atomic Wallet because another subscriber kind of shut it out, and I was open to the criticism, and he thanked me, and so I'm going to do a video for that. So I'm just kind of opening my eyes because not a lot of people want to buy a Nano Ledger S, but they want different options, and Atomic Wallet is pretty popular out there. So Franny says, go to the Telegram group, Tech Tips to Go. Yeah, I'll leave a link in the description. Join our Telegram group. Could kind of guide you. Shout out to Brian. BK, great news for Tim Boss and Sharing staff with the release of the partnership. Yeah, that was big news. That's good news. I'm going to talk about that more later. Just got a lot of stuff to do. Can you do, so I talked about exit strategy. Samim, Mir. So that was for you, Samim. KOMFYK, XRP is dead, you said. So that's for you. Camilla. She mentions, even if Vechain had partnerships in China, it's stupid to underestimate the Chinese market. Needless to say, China's population is almost 1/3 of the whole world. Yeah, so when it comes to like the trolls out there who kind of talk about, they're not going to trust a Chinese company like Chinese Hustle because I don't know why. Like, I don't know why they say it. But anyways, if you listen to like what Camilla said on my channel, it's true. It's like China's population is like billions. And then the surrounding, like you've got Europe, all of Asia, India. You're talking about like 3-4 billion, like maybe like 4.5 billion people. Right? Massive compared to North America. North America is like, we have US and Canada, 330 million US, and then like 40 million in Canada. It's peanuts compared to like to China and Asia. Shout out to Ronson. Yeah, he's been traveling out to half a dozen countries throughout the lockdown. Planes are empty. Shout out to Roy, Mark Innes, Hidden Gems, go. Shout out to JA. What's going on, JA? I appreciate you doing how-to vids. I'm still a newbie at the crypto game. First time I transferred coins, it took 15 to 20 minutes of sweating bricks. Yeah, there's a lot of people that are new and they don't know what to do, how to transfer the coins. Like I said, I had a friend that transferred coins. He did a mistake. I told him to send like a small amount. So when you're sending your coins, it says minimum amount. Send the minimum amount first. See if it goes through. Like, do it slowly. Okay, you send the minimum amount. It'll cost you like $1, maybe $2 at most. It goes through, great. Document what you did. Maybe use some kind of recording software or whatever, however you want to take your notes, but just try and remember what you did right, and then send your whole bag or send half your bag. So, but I guess it depends on how much you have. Randy Block says, hearing the Vechain news, yet trusting people, the hump seems challenging proposition, and they will crucify. Blah, blah, Randy. I don't understand if you're making a statement or there's a question there. So Bobby Knight was asking about the Xnode. Shout out to Bobby. Jojo or else. So yeah. He was talking about the Atomic Wallet. Far easier to use than the Nano Ledger. Nothing to figure out. Completely non-custodial and user-friendly interface. Can be downloaded onto an old computer with white memory and turned into a cold wallet too. Disconnect it from the internet when not in use, or connect it easier for transfer of funds. If willing, have a mobile wallet, works great on Android, even allows staking for many cryptos. Yeah, I'm gonna try that. So shout out to Jojo or else. So thanks for that. I'm gonna take my Android phone. Yeah, I got this Android phone. It's crazy. Like, it's been collecting dust, but it's yeah, so Jojo or else. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to try it then. So I just got to hook it up to and kind of show videos on how to do it. But I'm going to take a look at Atomic Wallet because I heard a lot of good things. You're not the only one, but you actually got me kind of going on to it after the conversation I had with you. And then Lou for Jabber, so Lou's in my group. Lou says, I totally agree with Jojo. In my humble opinion, the best and easiest out there. Have used the Nano and found it so unfriendly. In fact, I bought 2 a year ago and still 1 is in the box. Seriously, Ron, check it out. It's like potato chips. You just can't have one. Right on, Josh. All right, so I'll take a look at Atomic Wallet, and maybe I'll keep some of my tokens on one of my phones. Mateo, greetings from Australia. David Chung, great video. Refreshing. Michael Baker. Shout out to Michael. I think you're from Aussie. One of the admins. Innocent says, awesome. Nice job, Ron. Jonathan Tickle first. Thanks. Radek. Thanks. JA again. I'm probably going to butcher your name, but Hallie TG. Love your channel, by the way. So you asked me a question. I forgot what the question was. You're talking about for me to look at a certain coin. I haven't got into it, but I'll take a look at it. JJ, I can't wait to say congratulations on your 10,000 subscribers. Top mentor. Thanks. I like your profile pic. Looks nice. Cool. BK. Great question. My Ether wallet. Still stuff on Bitmart. Don't want to be lazy. Yeah, so HellHG was asking me to look at VID. Makes a digital file verifiable. You know what? I think I did take a look at that. VID. I wish you could kind of make me like a 3 to 5 minute video explainer on that. Join my group. We could talk there. And you could tell me more about VID. Because like I said, we're open to different altcoins in our group. And if there's an altcoin that's very interesting, that has an attractive market cap and circulating supply, and partnerships and use case, then I'm willing to look at it. Elias says, could I look into XDC? Enterprise ready hybrid interoperable blockchain for global trade and finance. It's also less than half a penny. Yeah, if you could join my group, man. Tell me more about this. Do like a video, a Loom. If you have Loom, download Loom, make a quick video, and then I'll take a look at it. I prefer video instead of reading like long documents. Quick explainer, like pitch it to me like I'm an investor. I don't know, you guys ever been into like investment pitches? I remember when I was young, I actually went into a meeting. I swear it was like it's like I was getting out of like a jail prison or something like that, and I had like 4 people interview me. Basically, they're interviewing me for capital for investments, for loans, for startup loans for businesses. And it was like 4 people in there, and they're just like drilling me the questions. So if you had a potential customer on this, you know, how you're going to lease, you know, what are the finance options, what's your strategy plan for this? Oh, I remember that. That was nerve-wracking. Cream Soda says, I don't take pointers from people that can't input 2021 correctly. It makes me want to sell, share, and unsub. Yeah, that was pretty funny. But yeah, if you want, go nuts. So 2021, yeah, there's a little typo there, but yeah. Do what you gotta do, brother. Not like I'm gonna go and cry in a corner. Come on, buddy. Like, do what you gotta do, man. Juan. Shout out to Juan. Juan G. Juan G's in our group. Thanks for this gem, bro. For now, all these certifications look attractive. ISO. You are referring to SyncFab. Yeah. Especially when you see a coin like 300, you know, it just, wow. Crypto isn't Disney associated with Dragon Chain? I think so. Yeah, you're right. And then we were talking about like Wax P, like that hidden gem. So I got that Wax P a year ago, hovering around 3 cents. Like, I like the whole concept of Wax P because they're not new to business. They're like in blockchain. They're not even new to blockchain. Like right now, like they have a lot of like experience with blockchain and they've been in the market. The CEO is out there. Maybe he seems a little too marketing, but I like that because marketing is key. The technology is awesome because the gaming skin market they own. Like they own the amount of community supporters out there that is coming over to the Wax P, and that's why you see the Blocktivity transactions. Like, I'm kind of curious about the spam score, but I don't think they have spam score because in the trading marketplace itself, people are buying and selling like skins, and there's a lot of forums with those like main sellers. But now they're saying like, let's not do the PayPal thing. You buy here, you know, you get a PayPal exchange. Now it's on the blockchain, right? And that's why you see those transactions because there's so much activity for Wax P and this, like the gaining skin market. And if you research the skin market, it's like billions of dollars. Like look at EA Sports. They got stadiums filled before, like in like millions, like win prizes, millions of dollars. Even NBA basketball players were talking about like building like mini teams. Like I don't know if you remember Gilbert Arenas from Washington Wizards. Gilbert Arenas sponsored like one team for like $1 million or $2 million in the gaming sector. And there's a lot of gamers. The average gamer is like 40 years old, they say. And it's, so you look at those boomers are like 40-year-old, they're not boomers, but like 40-year-olds, they have money, right? Mid-class. That age, established in their career or whatever they do. That's why I'm not huge on it, but I like it. I think it has potential. Yeah, Juan. The 500,000. I love the content. Are you trying to collaborate? No. Boss moves, light skin brother. Chef God, yeah, Vechain over XRP, really? I don't know. Guys, comment below. So Chef God says Vechain over XRP, really? But yeah, you know, Chef God, I'm biased, right? Like I'm a Vechain, like I love Vechain. So when you ask me about that, like, yeah, sure, XRP has 350 partnerships, but when you talk about like use case, it's different. And I'm not gonna get into this because people are gonna like hit up my channel and like defend them. Like my question is, okay, so this is the problem. Like one of the main problems I had like with XRP is like, okay, use ODL. So cross-border, they're finding cross-border payments, right? Send money to Canada, Mexico, great, okay, good. So that's using ODL. But how much is using like XRP? So explain that to me in the comment. Just explain like a one-liner how XRP token is being used. So Chef God, explain that in the comments. Just say, well, here it is, or here's a link that XRP is being used in here. Because from what I understand, like a person is going to send money with fiat, with currency, okay, to let's say MoneyGram. It's going to get converted into XRP to go ODL, using ODL, but then at the other end, it's going to get from XRP converted back to fiat to give to that person, because that person needs to spend like fiat. They're not going to take an XRP in a bag and go buying groceries, because that's not possible in most countries. So did you get it? Like, you have 350 partnerships, but how much? Sure, they're using ODL, but is that going to make them a lot of money and the blockchain and the token? Right? So, but correct me if I'm wrong. Just leave a comment, leave me some links. Like the partnerships are fine, but like the token. And then also like with David Schwartz, if you watched, I was watching one of his videos, he even admit that banks are really slow to adapt things and it's challenging. And then like with the whole fiat and governments creating their own digital dollar, will they actually, with the IMF and all these banks, trust, you know, outside provider and just say, okay, yeah, we'll use XRP? Or will people like China, like what they're already doing, they've already built their DCEP, they already built their digital dollar. Will places like Korea use XRP, or will they just build their own digital dollar, right? So that's my question. And I just think, you know, I think the US, I think I saw something like a patent, they're creating their own like US dollar or something like that, but leave me a comment. But like people who watch my channel, they know I'm biased for Vechain. So Nab, where to buy sharing? So if you want to buy sharing, check out some of my videos. The best place to buy sharing is Bitmart. Go to Bitmart, put in, you don't need one BTC. Just, I have a video if you want to buy, and then I showed you how to store it. So take a look at that. Vechain or XRP, again. Wow, another Vechain or XRP. Vechain, for sure. So the reason why, like even if I was new and I wasn't in supply chain solutions, okay, I would say Vechain. Because, like I said, XRP I think is going to have challenges with banks and IMF. They already have that challenge, right? Banks are very difficult to deal with. My brother's in banking. I've got a lot of friends in banking. And when it talks to like outside currency and anti-money laundering and fraud and access to resources, it's difficult. But the reason why I like Vechain is because when it comes to like competition and the way they position themselves against, like they're in the top blockchain enterprise, like those three companies, Microsoft, IBM, and Vechain are known like as the top three blockchain enterprise solution companies offering like blockchain as a service. And not alone, not just that, is like the partnerships with Vechain, like the little army that they can sell, because the supply chain industry is like $1 trillion market. It's going to be huge. And we're just in the beginning of that. Because right now everything's centralized in terms of database supply chain solutions. Like when we build a supply chain solution, it's just that company with sub-branches, and that's all people have access to. when they want to see like a PO or a money trail, it's not on a blockchain. It's just like kind of like word of mouth. Oh, here's a money trail. This is what went in, what's out. If you could actually put everything on a blockchain, transactions, money, net 30 stuff that like APAC Council is doing, it's huge. And then you talk about like different vertical markets that Vechain is in and DNVGL. With my last video, it's huge. Like DNVGL is in every sector. PwC is in every sector. Like they do consulting for like every vertical market, every market, right? So they've got those two partnerships that are creating tons of business for them. And not only that, look at what they've done with Vechain Toolchain. They created a platform that anyone can adopt blockchain like this. So they don't have to reinvent the wheel every time they sell a solution. It's like, here's Vechain Toolchain, go nuts. Pay for your gas, pay for Vethor, pay for professional services. If you need issues, work with DNVGL, there are more consulting fees. But right, like the mainnet transactions in the future is going to be massive. And we're already starting to see those blockchain transactions on the mainnet. Before we're hovering like 1, 2, 3 million. Well, now we're like consistently like around 3. Sometimes we spike up to 5. But imagine a year from now, guys, okay? A year from now, we'll all look back and we'll say, wow, remember we were only burning like 3 to 5 million? Because all of these companies that we have, like we've signed up how many partners in the last 6 months? So many. Like big names, right? Like if you look at Producers Market, they're not just doing agriculture for like this farm, that farm. They're kind of like aggregating all of the farm industries to say, hey, we want some kind of traceability solution. Like, because now when it comes to like agriculture and food, people want to know like where the food is coming from. Like that whole thing with China, what happened with the seafood and the shrimp, whatever, and the shellfish that have apparently COVID on it. Now people want to trace that. So, and like I said, like Vechain is going to have a challenging time keeping up with the amount of orders that they're going to be having, like, or maybe DNVGL, PwC, because everyone's going to want to have like blockchain traceability, kind of immutable data that everyone can see where their food is coming from. All right? I think it's just going to be like a global standard. And then the great thing about that is the reference. Tyson Foods, Walmart. If people are seeing what Walmart is doing with their food, trust, and safety, it's going to be like a spiral effect. Everyone's going to want it. Everyone's going to want to know where their food is. Everyone's going to scan because they're pleasing the customer, the consumer. That is the overall end goal when it comes to Walmart and people like companies like Coca-Cola. We saw some news about like Coca-Cola. I think it's coming. I think it's more or less not to trace because it's like fake syrup or like fake Coke. I think it's more because we have the money and we want to provide a great marketing experience to our customers and we want to tell a story. So on every Coke bottle, there's probably going to be like a QR, like maybe a white label branded like My Coca-Cola, something like that, just to say that they have it. Because I think that's the way the market is going to go with food and traceability. And that's why we're so early in the game, and everyone that has invested in this sub-penny share like Vechain is going to reward if you can hold on long enough, right? Like I said, we're in the early days of the internet. I remember like in the early days of the internet, like people thought like email wasn't going to survive. This is like how I think where we are with traceability and blockchain, right? And I'm talking about food and all this, but we haven't even started like talking about BYD and automotive, right? BYD and automotive. And then like I haven't even brought up like vaccine tracing solutions, like the German stuff. Imagine how many blockchain transactions are going to be when like the China Bayer project starts rolling. Then we have food gates, and then we also have Shanghai gas. Then we have Shanghai traceability vaccine. Then we have BYD, carbon emission credits, Walmart. Like I could go on and on about partnerships. Like I'd probably be here for like half an hour. It's just amazing. But just think of all those partnerships and the future of the transactions on the blockchain. And then your Vethor going up, your staking, your percentage, and Vechain going up. Once they're listed on Coinbase, we're going to get a huge bump, right? And people are saying it's a China hustle. But now when you look at it, people are adopting it in the US. Massive. People always say, oh, no one's going to trust a Chinese company, but hey, we're coming. Like, it's coming. Just wait until we get on Coinbase. You know how many investors are going to be like buying Vechain? The reason why I think this is because you could explain to any like B2B, anyone on LinkedIn, hey, you should go check out this cryptocurrency like Vechain. Well, what do? Supply chain solutions and traceability. You ever heard blockchain? Probably. Yeah, they do the deal with that. It's going to spark interest. People are going to invest. I think a lot of people are going to invest. Once they get on Coinbase, it's going to be massive. And we could already see, like, if you've been following Vechain for as long as I have, they were hovering like 30, 35, you know, top 30 on CoinMarketCap. Now we're passing everyone. Like, we're finally getting up there. And I just think in a year, 2 year, we're all going to look back and be like, holy, right? What the, man? Like, I'm bullish on like, I like other coins, but Vechain's exciting. Anyways, that's enough about Vechain. I could go on. I could ramble on and on about Vechain and where I think we're going. But my honest opinion, like, if you're holding Vechain now and you can wait and hodl for like, you know, 2 to 5 years, if you can wait like one bull run, another bull run, and another bull run, then I think you'll do well. All right, so you know, I could probably wait 2 bull runs, maybe 1.5, but I'm hoping for like just this bull run, and we're okay. So. But you never know. Like, I don't believe like the $75 to Vechain. No. To me, that just sounds ridiculous. But you never know. Like, anything could happen. Kyle S. got in at 0.0078. Not bad. Yeah, good. You're holding almost a million vet. Shout out to you. So you said Kyle S says not selling to $1, but if there's signs of going to 2 or higher, I'll hodl. Yeah, and that's a hard thing. It's you're never going to time the dip, the best dip. You're never going to time the best pump, right, to sell. Just kind of set a marker where you're going to be happy with. And then set a marker for like your exit strategy. For me, selling my initial return on investment plus 10%. Los Angeles says, yeah, way to tell everyone where you sit who made yourself a target for hackers. Not really. Well, yeah, you should never really disclose like how much you hold, like online. Just make sure you've got your keys or wherever, and like I said, like you got your main one. And you got a backup one in different locations. So like I said, put it in like a fireproof safe, put it in secure storage that is monitored with a security guard or whatever. It says alarm and it's got insurance or whatever, sprinklers. That's what I do. So I got like two, 3 wallets, and I got software wallets, but my main stuff is like one over here, like in one facility, one over there. So, and they're backed up. All right, got more and more questions before I go. Like, they just came in. So Bart D. Hey Ron, thanks for all the info. I've been using the Sync wallet for a while now with Ledger, but never knew about the Manager app and wallet. Yeah, so you're talking about Vechain Vet? Yeah, so that, the Sync wallet, but never knew about the Manager app in the wallet. Yeah, so Sync wallet that you can use, and then just your Nano Ledger S. So you just use Nano Ledger S, you connect Vechain, and then you download Sync wallet. Sync wallet is going to control everything on your desktop. And then you use Observe wallet, okay? So on your phone, the last step, after, like I haven't done this other video, your last step to monitor your Vechain, that is on your Nano Ledger S, like real time, is you use Observe wallet. Go to Vechain Thor, you connect to your wallet, and you're connecting to Sync over here, and you got to do it simultaneously. You go to Me on your phone, go to Manage Wallets, and then you want to import a wallet. You don't want to create a wallet, you want to import a wallet. So you import that wallet to Observe, your real-time funds that's secured on your Nano Ledger S. All right, so that's going to kind of give you somewhat protection because you got your addresses there in case you lose your address. Then hopefully you could kind of retrieve it from your Vechain Thor wallet because you have it here underneath Observe wallet, but your Nano keys are wherever they are offline. But you can see everything here. You can see like your you can see how much VThor you're collecting. Like when I go to it, it's pretty cool. Like the Vechain Thor wallet. So just go to the App Store for those of you who are new. So if you're using like Vechain Sync from your desktop plus your Nano Ledger S, go to the App Store, go to Vechain Thor wallet, download that. You can see your assets. You can see the trading market. You can see how much VET is going up, like your portfolio real time, plus VThor. And then you just kind of scroll up and down and it just refreshes, which is cool. Because every day you could see how much VThor you're generating, which I like. And that's why I decided to get like Xnodes, because Xnodes are cool. Like it generates a lot more VThor than just like your regular economic nodes and so on. But anyways, yeah, like we're in a little dip, right? Because Bitcoin, the whole market's down, but I think some great news is going to be coming. And then I'm excited to see the Coinbase news that's going to come out in like, I don't know. I don't know when the news is going to come. Well, out of all those companies that were listed, I think Digibyte and Vechain are going to get listed. Like those are probably like the two most exciting or most well-known projects out there. But who knows? So, but I'm pretty much like banking like those, like Vechain is going to be listed, Digibyte, and expect those two coins to get a nice pump, right? Like I might even just buy Digibyte at a dip when it dips. And get into it. Let's look at Digibyte. So Digibyte isn't bad right now because its all-time high was like about 3 cents. So it's at like a penny and a half. So if Digibyte gets on like Coinbase, that's good news. So either way, like if you're in Digibyte or Vechain, when that news comes out, yeah, you'll make money. So I think I might even like. Well, I want to kind of wait for some more news where they've approved the list of companies, and if you could get in early, and if you set a Google alert, like I don't know, like so go to Google and set up Google alerts. Anything with Digibyte or Vechain, get the alerts, and it gets emailed to you, right? And you can flag it, and then it'll go into your flag folder. And then as soon as you hear that news, and if you could get in early enough, you could buy, and you still make like a good 40%. But anyways. That's it for now. If you've gone through this whole video towards the end, give me a shout out, leave it a comment, because I know you've gone through the whole video. And if you haven't joined my group, where we're going to Vegas, and like I said, no Gatorade, I'll see you there. So if you've gone through the whole video, leave a comment, say Gatorade at the bottom, and I'll see you guys in the next video. And again, for all of you who subscribed, I just want to say thanks again.